Hey guys, happy Saturday. How's everybody doing today?
Happy holiday.
I was waiting. Sorry to come in so late, guys. I was waiting for Dolly to get done with everything. I
Hi.
figured a lot of y'all were over there, so I was just trying to be respectful of him. Go sit down, James. I was like, well, a lot of them was over there, so I just wanted to make sure that a lot of y'all would come over here. Hey, everybody. The chat is going real fast for some crazy reason. Hey, Kimmy Poo. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Nani of 7. Hey, Deanna. Hey, Nanny of 3. Jennifer B. Hey, Karen. Hey, Dumpling. Celine. Digger Duck. Victoria S. Um, Juju. Hey, honey. Brittany. I think I've got everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Oh, Lord. Well, this is going to be an interesting live, needless to say. And I'm trying to figure out my. I set up my Christmas tree last night and I actually got some rest. I was exhausted a couple nights before. I did my very first live that was like 3.5, almost 4 hours long. It was an excellent live though, but I was exhausted because I went to bed at like 4 o'clock that morning, woke up at like 6:30, was up all like 6:30, 6:45, something like that. Was up all day long and I was exhausted. So some of you guys that talked to me or seen me last night on Juju's live, and if y'all haven't subscribed to her, subscribe to her. And if she wants to, she can put her link in the comments. She is going to go live after I'm done here. I believe that's what she said. So if y'all want to subscribe to her, you can. But so I was exhausted. I have a little bit more rest now. But yeah, I set up my Christmas tree. It's a little bit more festive in here. And I guess you could say I'm a little bit in the spirit, but not really in the spirit, I guess you could say. But anyway, I hope y'all are. I don't think Rebel is. I'm not 100% sure if he is or not. I don't know if he is or isn't. Don't quote me. He'll probably come on here later on, I'm sure, and he'll let everybody know. I hope you are doing well, Miss Kimmy. I hope you are feeling better. Likewise, honey. I hope so. But anyway, so let's get to it. This is mental health, or this is how I say mental health Saturday. You won't get in his way, girl. You know. But this is Mental Health Saturday, or how I call it, Mental Health Saturday, that on my stream. Every Saturday we talk about mental health. But of course, as y'all see on my topics, as or whatever you call it, my title, it's going to be mental health, but we're talking about crazy evil people as well. Um, let's just say justice for baby Quentin. But the topic this week, and when I try to change it up every week, the topic this week is narcissism or narcissist. And I did some a little bit of research, and we're going to talk about that here in a few minutes. Our narcissists, and in the like the info, if you read at the bottom, are narcissists considered a part of mental health? And myself, I did not think that it was. Did not think that it was, but obviously it is. Never thought in a million years that it was, but you know. But I guess we'll get ready to figure that out because I found out some information and it'll be like, okay, because I had no idea that narcissist or narcissism or whatever the word is called is considered mental health or is a part of mental health. I had no idea. Hey, Casey Glass, honey, how are you? Yeah, I just don't want to leave anybody out. Thank you for hitting that like, guys. I appreciate it more than you know. Thank you so much. Uh, hey, Karen, honey, how are you? I just don't want to leave nobody out. I think that I've said hi to everybody. But yeah, I had no idea that it was part of mental health. But like I said, I'm getting ready to share screen like I always do, and we will talk about it. It's kind of interesting. I kind of glanced over it before we went live, and it was like, wow, like I had no idea. I know they are bad people, not, and I know like they can't help it, but yet again they can help it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm trying. You know what I'm trying to say. They can't. They truly can help it. In my eyes, they can, but in what I'm getting ready to read, they basically are saying that they can't. So I, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I personally think that they can help it. They just choose not to. Just like with the Leilani Simon and the Billy Joe situation, or Billy Ho as we call her. So I think personally, I personally could possibly think that they could be narcissists. But we'll get to that here, and here shortly. Just like Digger Duck said that they can, just like I said. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion on here. That's just my personal opinion. Digger Duck. You know, but we're getting ready to find out. Just some useful information, and it's just nice to know. You learn something new every day. But this is just kind of some information that I found, and I was just like, wow, it kind of blows your mind. You know, it's something that it's just interesting. I find that you find out interesting things that you did not think was mental health. You find that out. Hey, wants to stop, and then y'all need to go sit down. Trinity, come to the screen. Come on. Trinity, they can't see you right there on the side. Oh, Lord.
Do it, I dare you.
Well, you got to come over here.
No, I do it.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey.
James, come over here and say, hey, girl, hey. Now he's going to be shy.
Hey, girl, hey. Don't let me with me. Don't let me with me. Don't get up. Hey, girl, hey. I'm not. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Oh, Lord. She's such a diva, guys. She's such a diva.
Hey, girl, hey.
Did you hear Baby James? Hey, girl, hey.
Stay with me.
Yeah, that's what I read about. But I'm getting ready to share the screen, guys. So then we're going to find out information. And then after I read, it's actually two different pages I found out. It's and both pages have two different information. So it's kind of interesting to find out both different websites have two different, there's kind of same information, but two different, two different, it's kind of the same wording, but in a way it's different wording. So it's kind of interesting to find from two different websites that it's kind of the same, but then in a way it's kind of different what they say. So, most of the time I just pull from one website, but I just think this is interesting because, like I said, we're talking about mental health today, but in a way, we're kind of still talking about Billy Ho and Leilani and Justice for Baby Quit. And I'm still, that's still, it just rips my heart out. And, we all want to know why. And, and like I said, in the live that I had a couple of days ago, and like I said, I'm going to be one of them random peoples. Every Saturday is my day that I go live, and most of y'all know this by now. And if y'all don't and y'all new, welcome. And I'm just letting y'all know every Saturday I go live and we speak on mental health, and y'all are more than welcome to come on over, and I'll talk about something new every Saturday mental health wise. But I'm one of those type of people. I'm straight to the point. I get pissed off very easily. I tell it like it is, and I really don't give a damn. But I'm very informative, and I speak on awareness. And I'm just here. I want to help people. I want them, to feel if they need somebody to talk to, I'm here. If they need help, please go get help if you need it. I try to tell that every live, and I just, I want to be, like I said, if even if I have, right now I have a little bit over 100 subscribers, and I appreciate every one of y'all. Thank you so, so much. Thank you so much. And, I appreciate every one of y'all supporting me. Every one of y'all. And right now I have 23 likes, and it shows me 26 watching. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate every one of y'all too. So, I mean, I'm just a little streamer right now, a little YouTuber just starting out, but eventually I'm hoping to get big. And I don't do it every single day, but I just want to be, I want to help people. And that's what this is all about for me. I want, my main thing is, PTSD awareness, mental health awareness. I want to be able to help people. And that this is, this pulls my heart, and I myself suffer with this, as most of y'all have heard a little bit. I haven't told my story yet, but eventually I will. But I want to be able to help people, and this is kind of my way of helping the world, so to speak. So that's why I decided to do this YouTube channel. And I might have some true crime, I might have some other stories. So I'm kind of like one of those people that don't just talk about one thing, but my main topic, or my main part of my YouTube channel, is mental health, PTSD, anxiety, depression, stuff like that. So if y'all are new to it, thank you for coming. Welcome aboard. Come on to my crazy train. So I appreciate y'all being here. So, all right. So we're going to share the screen, and I'm going to, like I said, there's two different pages. So I'm going to go over one. And then when I get done with that one, then we're going to go over the other one. And then after I get done with it, then I'll kind of, like I said, like I normally do, well, I'll kind of go over it, and I'll talk about it a little bit as I go over it. And then after I get done, then I'll pull some people up after Rebel shows me again, because I'm still learning how to pull people up. After Rebel shows me again how to do that, how to put my link in the comments, I'll eventually learn that. It just kind of confuses me at first, and then we'll have a good show tonight. It's just kind of interesting to me to figure out exactly how their names, which I honestly feel like they are, it just kind of tricked the nerve, and I feel like they, Billy Joe, Hal, and Leilani are both narcissists. So we'll get there, but I want to go over this information first. And I am so sorry, Karen, honey. I am so sorry, but I'm here for you, sweetheart. If you need anybody to talk to, or if any of y'all need anybody to talk to, I'm more than I'm here for each and every one of y'all. And I am so sorry, sweetie, because I'm so sorry, honey. I know it's hard. So sorry. And I love you guys too. Appreciate you. Okay, so we're going to share the string. Lord, I'm sorry. We're going to share the screen. Sorry, guys. Alrighty. Hold on just a minute. Give me just a second.
Wait, I'm gonna put my mom's baby. Why would you open that? That was for your present.
Okay. Alrighty. Let me try to get this bigger so y'all can read it. Alright. Okay, so I put this in the Google or Microsoft Bling, whatever it's called. It says, is a narcissist a part of mental health? Because like I said, I was just curious, and I was like, I couldn't believe what I saw. Be praying for you, sweetheart. I am so sorry again. Anyway, it says, is a narcissist a part of mental health? And it says yes, according to two sources. Like I said, and we're going to go over them two sources. The first one is the recoveryvillage.com. The other one is the Mayo Clinic. The first one we're going to go over is the Recovery Village. But right here is a little short of what it says. It says a yes, according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, which is DSM-V. narcissistic personality disorder, which I had no idea that was even a diagnosis, had no idea, is in NPD is one of the several personality disorders and is defined as mental illness that is associated with persuasion, persuasive pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and lack of empathy. Hmm. Well, all right. So we're gonna click on this first one right here, and I'm gonna go over it. Like I said, we're gonna go over that one first, and it's the if y'all want to write it down or if anybody's taking notes, I know some of y'all do, and then go over it later. It's the recoveryvillage.com. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I'm going to click on it. Let's see. Okay, there we go. It's the Recovery Village. All right. It says, is narcissistic personality disorder a mental illness? Like I said, it's the same thing that I typed in, and I was like, wow, it's crazy. Is narcissistic personality disorder, which I had no idea. I just thought it was called a narcissist, or I just honestly thought it was called a. I just honestly thought it was called a narcissist. Is narcissistic personality disorder a mental illness? Get answers and learn more about treatment for narcissistic personality disorder. Yes, according to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-V, narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, is one of the several personality disorders. Like I said before, I'm just rereading that. And is defined as mental illness that is associated with persuasive pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and lack of empathy. People may associate NPD with being arrogant, cocky, and manipulative. And I know some people like that. My sperm donor is one of them. He's a piece of shit. But anyway, that's besides the point. That's a talk for another day. But anyway. And while these are symptoms of NPD, not everyone with those characteristics have NPD. Narcissistic personality disorder can cause problems for people with the disorder in all areas of their life, including in relationships, at work, and school. People living with NPD may become upset and discouraged when they don't receive the attention or admiration they feel they deserve in these facets of their life. Um, let's see, sorry. Mm. If they aren't receiving constant attention in their relationships, they may become unhappy. And if they aren't being awarded accolades, I don't even know what that word means, but you'll probably know what it means. I guess awards at their job, they may become bitter or want to leave their current position. NPD makes their life challenging because someone living with the disorder and is continuously on the defensive. People with NPD typically feel insulted or criticized when no one is intentionally doing so and lack empathy. They expect people to offer sympathy for them, but they do not feel that way towards others. For this reason, relationships can be difficult for people with NPD. The difference between narcissistic personality disorder and healthy narcissism. It is important not to confuse self confidence or self love with narcissistic personality disorder. Having high self esteem isn't the same thing as being diagnosed with a mental condition.
I want to do that now.
There isn't a such thing as a healthy narcissism. As long as someone realizes that their high regard for their selves is a result of their hard work and is based on real achievements. Healthy narcissism allows people It's on the dryer. Sorry, guys. To care about themselves, develop self respect and self worth. Narcissism becomes clinical when someone thinks they should gain praise and rewards for merely existing, like put up on a high pedestal. I know some people like that, like I just said. And when they don't get the attention they think they deserve, they become defensive, or blame others for their shortcomings. People with NPD typically don't take any criticism well. Sorry, guys. Trying to read the comments too. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, Brittany. Actually, my like I said, my sperm donor is exactly like this, and probably 10 times worse. But like I said, that's for a totally different life. But yeah. Anyway, well, Karen, honey, I know all about that. It just doesn't feel like Christmas right now, and I swear it just sucks when you don't have family members, you know, around you. So, honey, I'm so sorry. I pray for you, honey. Much love to you. I'm sending hugs your way, and hopefully, we can lift your spirits up a little bit, and hopefully, I know that I'm giving some info, but hopefully, we'll be able to lift you up a little bit and get at least send a smile to your face and help you out a little bit, honey. I'm sorry. All right. Sorry, guys. I was reading the chat. I didn't want to ignore nobody, and the youngins are being rambunctious. Anyway, all right. I don't even know where I was at, guys. All right. I'll probably reread where I think I stopped at, and I apologize. Okay. Let's see. What's up, sexy guys? Hold on. I don't even know. Hold on. What are you trying to do? Did y'all see him or did y'all hear him? All right. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry. Uh, um, the difference between I'm just going to reread this. I'm sorry, guys. I've lost my train of thought. I apologize. The difference between narcissistic personality disorder and healthy narcissism. It is important not to confuse self confidence or self love with narcissistic personality disorder. Having high self esteem isn't the same thing as being diagnosed with a mental condition. There is a such thing as a healthy narcissism. As long as someone realizes that their high regard for themselves is a result of their hard work and is based on real achievements. Healthy narcissism allows people to care about themselves, develop self respect and self worth. Narcissism becomes clinical when someone thinks they should gain praise and rewards for merely existing, and when they don't get attention they think they deserve. They become defensive or blame others for their shortcomings. People with NPD typically do not take any criticism well. Most people would demonstrate some traits of narcissism at a point in their life, but being diagnosed with NPD is rare. According to the DSM-V, between 0.5 and 1% of the population, which is actually low, are diagnosed with NPD. The term narcissist gets thrown around loosely, but it's important to remember that there is a difference between a narcissist and a narcissistic personality disorder. NPD isn't mental illness, while narcissism, is an adjective and describes someone who exhibits egotistical and selfish behavior. I know that person too. Same person I was talking about. And I think he has both. Tattoo Red, will you leave Dumpling alone? Anyway, and here is let's see. I just want okay. I think that was all on this one. It was just a little bit about it. Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm not leaving. Yeah, this is just like related topics. But like I said, if y'all, I know some of y'all write notes, so if y'all wanted to kind of look more on it, and it's called the Recovery Village, and I'm sure there's a search bar, and you could probably put in the this if or whatever you want to in the search bar right here. Hey, Kenzie C, how are you, honey? Thank you for coming. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for being in here. Make sure you like it and make sure you subscribe. I appreciate you being in here. Thank you. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the crazy bunch. Thank you so much for being in here. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, that is the first page that I just went over. Okay, let me exit out that one, and then we're going to go to the next one. Like I said, let me go back. Okay, and then this one is the Mayo Clinic, which is the one right here. Let me exit out of that one. There we go. And the Mayo Clinic, and there's a bunch. Like I said, there's a bunch on this. Trying to go a little slower, but I mean, there, like, see dangers of falling for a narcissist. I mean, there's all kinds. Like, I would not think there is so much about narcissism and narcissistic. There's so much. You're so welcome, Kenzie. I appreciate you being here and supporting me in the channel, and we're all like family here, so I appreciate it so much. You are more than welcome to come here anytime you want to. I appreciate it more than you know. But there is so much the info on here, you wouldn't believe it. Like, I typed in, I was like, holy moly. Like, there's so much. Like, it blew my mind. It's crazy. But yeah, this one is a little bit longer. But like I said, I'm going to go over this other one, and I'm going to read it like I did the other one. And hi, Kristen, honey, how are you? But well, I'm going to go over this one, and after this, we're going to hi, Victoria, how are you, honey? We're going to go over this one, and then Rebel is going to show me, or he's going to teach me or something how to pull people up on panel. And then yet again, since I'm still learning, we'll pull up two people at a time, and then we'll give the thoughts on this, and then we're going to give the thoughts on the Billy Joe Howe, or we call her Billy Ho, and Leilani Simon. They're both evil people, and this is just me though, I personally think that they could be more than likely a narcissistic person. That's just me though, but you know, they could be. So that's why I'm going over this, and this is just kind of like an opinion type thing. And Kenzie C, I'm this is a judge free zone. This is a positive place. We lift people up. So and we also we lift people up here. We don't judge you, not one whatsoever. And everybody has their own opinion. So I'm not gonna down you if you say something that if you say something that I don't agree with, or vice versa. If there's something that you don't agree that I say, everybody has opinions here. So you agree to disagree, and you go on. So that's how we are here. We support each other, and we're here for each other. Like I said, we're like a family. So we appreciate you being here. But anyway, so this is the Mayo Clinic one, and I think this one has a little bit more information. I'm pretty sure. Unless you're Billy Joe or Leilani. I love it. I penny, honey. Exactly, Juju. And we defend each other. Exactly like I said, we're like a family, honestly. And if you go on my husband's channel, which you'll probably see him later on, he'll probably come up on my panel. Make sure you subscribe to him too. He's the nutcase. He does a lot of true crime, and me and him both are for the veterans. He supports the veterans. Um, he talks about the veterans every I believe it's every Tuesday. I believe it's every Tuesday he has one night a week special that he talks about the veterans. So and then he does a lot of true crime and stuff like that. So me and him we both support the veterans. So like I said, and mental health is also PTSD. There's a lot of our veterans that suffer with PTSD. I am not a veteran, but me and my husband are part of the VFW auxiliary, so we have not served in the military, but we give back because we have family members that have served in the military. So and we haven't never served in the military, but we give back to the community and to our military, and we give our part and help them out. So so that's one reason that's dear to my heart to do the mental health. So if there is any military people out there or that has subscribed or anything like that, this might be able to help them as well. So, and if there is any of them watching, I thank you all for your service. And if you need anybody to just talk to, you're more than welcome to come in here. And if you're more than welcome to reach out, talk to me or anything. And if anybody has that PTSD for the veterans phone number, if you don't care to put it in chat, I do not have it, but I think somebody has. I'm not 100% sure who it was, but if you don't care to put it in chat, just in case if there is anybody military wise that's watching or that's um, will watch, if you don't care to put it in chat, just in case if they might need it. Hopefully they don't, but just in case if they need it, it is there. So, and I appreciate it and thank you for your service. Okay, so here is the other one that we are going to read about and talk about it a little bit. So, okay, this is narcissistic personality disorder, and it is from the Mayo Clinic, and I believe I get a lot of um, info from the Mayo Clinic. They are actually pretty informative. And I do not know if y'all can see that or not. I've got it on the full screen. It kind of looks kind of blurry. But if not, I apologize. Hopefully y'all can read it. If not, I'm going to read it to y'all anyway. So I'm hoping that y'all can. Dumpling, do you have that number, honey? I don't know who it was that had that veterans hotline number if somebody needed it. Or can you find it for me? Or whoever it was. I don't know who it was that had it. Just put it in the comments just in case. Just in case if somebody might need it. You never know. Okay. Thank you, Kenzie C, honey. I appreciate it. Thank you, Carrie Poo, honey. I didn't see it. For some reason the chat's going by real fast and I didn't see it. I'm sorry, Kim honey. Thank you, Dumpling. I just want to make sure that it's always posted in my if y'all don't care, just somebody post it every time that I go live if y'all don't care. So that way it's on there. I don't know after my live if they can go and scroll back through my comments or not. But that way it's always on there if somebody does need it and don't have the number, they can easily get to it that way. If they do need it. And the for the veterans and the suicide hotline too for anybody else that might need it, not just for the veterans. Okay. All right, so I'm hope, like I said, I'm hoping and praying that y'all can read that. It looks kind of fuzzy on my end, but I'm hoping that y'all can read it on y'all's end. All right, this is the. Hold on, just a second. Rebel's trying to show me something. Thank you, Dumpling Honey. I don't know. Hold on a minute. Sorry, guys. He's trying to show me something.
What's up, guys?
Trying to leave you in the dark. He's trying to show me because I'm the new my new people in here. I'm still learning, so I've got to, if y'all don't care, just bear with me. I appreciate it. I thought she was. Kimmy Poo, honey, I thought you was moderating around my channel. What in the world? Daggone it. I could have swore you were. What in the world? I'm sorry, Kimmy Poo. I thought that you were. Stupid, crazy thing. Jeez. You know I love you, Kimmy Poo. I had no idea. I see Rebel's the one that set all that junk up. I didn't know. That's his fault. We all were gonna kick his hind end anyway. He's on our shit list. You know. Anyway, daggone it. That makes me feel like crap, Kimmy Poo. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Anyway. Okay. Uh-huh. Blame that one on Rebel because you remember, I'm still learning this stuff. It's his fault. Blame it all on him. It's his fault. Daggone it. Okay, hold on. All right. This is like I said, this is from the Mayo Clinic, and it is narcissistic. Uh, sorry, I don't know why in the world that clicked on there. Sorry. What in the world? Stupid thing. All right. Narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissistic personality disorder is a mental, like I said, this might be a little bit of what we read a little bit before, but like I said, some of the words are a little bit different. So I apologize if it is a little bit to the same thing, but it is kind of interesting if it is the same thing or the same exact diagnosis with two different websites, and it is two different sayings, if that makes sense. Two different I don't know what you call it, wording. Kind of interesting because one has a little bit more info than the other one, so it kind of goes in more detail, which gives us more info. Okay, what? This thing's doing something crazy. I was trying to go in my comments and it pulls up a banner. Oh Lord.
What?
Hey Darcy, how are you?
Hey, Tony, hello.
I want to make sure I didn't. Okay. Okay. It is narcissistic personality disorder is a excuse me, is a mental health condition. Now this one it actually says it's a mental health condition. The other one said was saying one is and then one isn't. So this one says that it is, in which people have an unreasonably high sense of their own importance. They need and seek too much attention and want people to admire them. People with this disorder may lack the ability to understand or care about the feelings of others. Now, that definitely sounds like some people I know. I'm sorry, guys. Darn it, Rebel. But behind the mask of extreme confidence, they are not sure of their self worth and are easily upset by the slightest criticism because they act like they are always fucking right. A narcissistic personality disorder causes problems in many areas of life, such as relationships, work, school, or financial matters. People with narcissistic personality disorder may be generally unhappy and disappointed when they are not given the special favors or admiration that they believe they deserve. They may find their relationships trouble and unfulfilling, and other people may not enjoy being around them. Well, I wish my sperm donor could read this. I'm sorry, guys. And like I said, that is a totally different. That is a totally different life for a totally different thing. But I just want to put that out there. I hope and pray that my sperm donor is watching this. It is on my Facebook too. I hope he is. Just saying. Just saying. That's we're totally different life. But I'm just putting that out there. Okay. Just putting that out there. I didn't hashtag him, and I ain't going to because my computer might break. But I'm just saying, I hope he's watching. That's besides the point. We're talking about mental health and the two evil crazy bitches. So let's just go on. Let's just anyway. That's besides the point. Anywho, uh, where was I? I'm sorry, guys. I had to just say that. I had to just say that. Like I said, this is mental health, and I'm crazy. Y'all already pretty much know that. So anyway, that's besides the point. Um, people with and let's see. People with narcissistic personality disorder may be generally unhappy and disappointed when they're not given the special favors or admiration they truly believe they deserve. They may find their relationships trouble and unfulfilling, and people may not enjoy being around them. Hmm. Plot thickens, don't it? Treatment for narcissistic personality disorder centers talk around talk therapy, also called psychotherapy. Psychotherapy, I don't give a fuck. And like I said to my new subscribers, I'm blunt and I just don't give a damn. So if y'all want people that are true and just tell you like it is and just don't beat around the bush, you come to the right place. My husband's the same exact way. We just don't give a shit, and we just don't care. We're just that type of people. Um, I honestly don't think, and I'll remember where I stopped at now because it's in that little bitty sentence. I'll remember where I stopped at now, guys. I do not honestly think that psychotherapy is going to help a narcissist. That's just me though, because what we're reading right here, they know what the fuck they're doing. Billy Ho and Leilani knows what the fuck they're doing. Leilani knew what the hell she was doing with little precious baby Quentin, and Billy Ho knew what the fuck she was doing when she was trying to party it up with her damn daughter. I'm sorry, not sorry, I don't give a damn. I just don't fucking care. That's just me though. Like I said, that's just me. They knew. Psychotherapy ain't gonna cover evil and ain't gonna help evil. It fucking kills me. It fucking kills me. Don't it, it just kills me, guys. Oh, I do care. I do care, Kristen. But like when it comes to situations like this, it just absolutely kills me. What I care about is that precious little angel is no longer here with us because of pieces of shit like them. You know, it's bullshit. But they knew. Like I said, I get sidetracked. So welcome to the nut house. They knew exactly what the fuck they were doing, and that psychotherapy is not gonna help crazy, evil, fucking people. It's not, they knew what they were doing. And then put their head, put them up on a high pedestal and that precious little angel in the freaking landfill. Like, what the fuck is the matter with y'all? And then that crazy bitch, well, I have PTSD, bitch. I got PTSD. Shut the fuck up. Like, come on now. You are stupid. You are damn stupid. You just plain up evil. You are evil. And so the hell is your piece of shit mama. Both of y'all are fucking evil. Oh, I would hate, like Penny just said, exactly. Let me hold on just a minute. Exactly. They still have to stand in judgment for God. Exactly. Absolutely 100%. Exactly. Yes, we all are mad here, Jennifer. But I mean, it just absolutely kills me. It absolutely kills me. Psychotherapy ain't gonna help any narcissist. And I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I do not care. No narcissist. eh, Okay, I see where a lot of y'all say, and I hate it that y'all have suffered with it. I hate it so much for you guys. And like I said, this is for different, a totally different live. And trust me, y'all will eventually hear it, but I'll just have to get up some guts to do it. But right now, it's going to be hard, and Rebel knows it's going to be hard, but it will eventually come out, and y'all will be like, "Holy shit!" Y'all only know just a little squirt. Y'all only know just a little bit, just a little, like a little pinch. But psychotherapy is not going to damn well help evil people. And to me, narcissistic, whatever the hell it's called, are evil people too. Period. Don't treat people like don't treat people like shit. Don't treat people like that. There are people too, like I had to remove my ending song and it pissed me off because I love that song. Y'all, some of my new people have never heard it, but y'all have to, hopefully they didn't remove my videos, but my other songs you'll have to, if you don't, if you, if y'all want to, my new people in here, you'll have to want to watch some of my previous videos. My ending song was "I'm Only Human After All, Don't Put the Blame on Me." I love that song. I love that song. But I can't use it anymore. Unfortunately, it sucks. I love that song. I love that song. And I can't use it anymore. I'm not allowed to, unfortunately. It sucks. That's a damn good song. I love that song. And it goes good with the mental health. But I can't use it. It is what it is, and I like the old saying that everybody knows the old saying. It is what it is, but I added a saying to it too because I'm just me. It ain't what it ain't, so fuck it. But I love that song. But nobody's perfect, and narcissistic people think that they're perfect. And I know one. Uh, well, I thought I knew one very well, but he's a piece of shit. But like I said, that's for a different life. That's for a different life. But anyway, but no, I mean, personally, no psychotherapy is going to help an evil person. If anything, and I'm in my counseling myself, and if anything, I think that it might make, more than likely, it might make them worse. It better. It's going to make them worse because most of the time, it's kind of like to me, I mean, like I said, everybody has their own opinion, but to me, it's kind of like physical therapy. Physical therapy fucking sucks. I'm just saying, physical therapy can kiss my ass because to me, it might work for Kimmy Poo. She just had surgery. I don't know if she has to do physical therapy afterwards, but I don't know if it would help her or not because she had back surgery. But I've had physical therapy before, and it didn't help me at all. It hurt me personally, I think, than it helped me because it gave me more pain. I think the just like kind of counseling helps me to a certain extent, but it does hurt me in a way because I have to talk about my trauma, and it makes me upset. But then after I get it off my chest, it helps me a little bit. But then I have to go back because I don't talk about it every single day, so it kind of has to rebuild back up. So I don't think psychotherapy would help somebody that's evil anyway, that does bad things to people. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. I don't think psychotherapy is going to help an evil person to begin with. That's just me. I think that's a crock of shit. So, anyway, all right. All right. So, anyway, narcissistic personality. Let me scroll up a little bit so y'all see where I'm at. Narcissistic personality disorder affects more males than females. That goes without saying, but I do believe that it affects females as well. And like I said, I was talking about the Billy Ho situation and the Leilani. I think I'm not saying that it affects males too, like I said, but I also believe that they are also. I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought I also think that they could be. So anyway, and it often begins in teens or early adulthood. Some children may show traits of narcissism, but this is often typical for their age and doesn't mean that they'll go on to develop narcissistic personality disorder. And here's the symptoms. See, the other page didn't have the symptoms. Here is the symptoms. Symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder and how severe they can vary. People with this I'm sorry. People with this disorder can have an unreasonably high sense of self-importance and require constant excessive admiration. Can feel that they deserve privileges and special treatment. Can expect to be recognized as superior even without achievements. Make achievements and talents seem bigger than they are. Be preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty, or the perfect mate. Believe they are superior to others and can only spend time with or be understood by equally special people. Be critical of and look down on people they feel are not important. Expect special favors and expect other people to do what they want without questioning them. Take advantage of others to get what they want. Let's see. Have the inability or unwillingness to recognize the needs and feelings of others. Be envious of others and believe others envy them. Behave in an arrogant way, brag a lot, and come across as conceited. Insist on having the best of everything, for instance, the best car or office. At the same time, people with narcissistic personality disorder have trouble handling anything they view as criticism. They can become impatient or angry when they don't receive special recognition or treatment. Have major problems interacting with others and easily feel slighted. React with rage and contempt and try to belittle or other people and make themselves appear superior. Have major problems interacting with others and easily feel slighted. slighted. I'm sorry. React with rage or contempt and try to belittle other people to make themselves appear superior. Have difficulty managing their emotions and behavior. Experiencing major problems dealing with stress and adapting to change. Withdraw from other rage. I'm sorry. Withdraw from or avoid situations in which they might fail. Feel depressed and moody because they fall short of perfection. Have secret feelings of insecurity, shame, and humiliation, and fear of being exposed as a failure. Oh, I have mental health too, and I'm not evil. Exactly. Not all evil people have a mental health disorder. That's true, but I'm just saying, narcissistic people are evil because they act like it's all about them, that they are God. Zipperhead. I should have tagged her in that too. She's a part of this mess as well, and I know that most of y'all would agree.
She's not narcissistic. She's just a bitch.
She's a straight up bitch, but her name goes this as well because she acts like she's God. Man, I should have put her on there too. Well, I could talk about her, so she's kind of a part of that all situation as well too. So anyway, so I don't even know where I was at. I'm sorry, guys. Um, having I don't know where I was at. I'm probably going to have to reread this. I'm sorry, guys. I have a hard time. PTSD makes you have a hard time concentrating. No, hell no, they have no soul. They don't give a shit. They have no soul at all. They all pure evil, and so is Zipperhead. But anyway, react with rage or contempt and try to belittle other people to make themselves appear superior. Have difficulty managing their emotions and behavior, experiencing major problems dealing with stress and adapt to change. Withdraw from or avoid situations in which they might fail. Feel depressed and moody because they fall short of perfection. Have secret feelings of insecurity, shame, humiliation, and fear of being exposed as a failure. Um, and this is the end of it. When to see a doctor. Uh, People with narcissistic personality disorder may not want to think that anything could be wrong, so they usually don't seek treatment. If they do seek treatment, it's more likely to be for symptoms of depression, drug or alcohol misuse, or other mental health problems. What they view as insults to self esteem may make it difficult to accept and follow through with treatment. If you recognize aspects of your personality that are common to narcissistic personality disorder, or you're feeling overwhelmed by sadness, consider reaching out to a trusted healthcare provider or mental health provider. Getting the right treatment can help make your life more rewarding and enjoyable. Well, I mean, I hope that is true. But personally, like I said, I did not know this was a mental health until I typed it in. I had no idea because I know that narcissist, and narcissism are bad people in my eyes. This is my opinion. Like I said, in my eyes, they are bad people, and they like to have control. And if they don't have control, then they lose their shit. Basically, pretty much. That's just how you know. And it basically that's long story short, and I'll get to my story eventually. That's kind of what I grew up with as a child, and that's why I have parts. That's part of my story is the reason that I have childhood. Well, that's the main story of my childhood PTSD trauma. So that's with that's long story short. I'll eventually get to my story, but that's my long story short of my childhood trauma is that. So yeah, isn't that peachy, guys? But I think that is all of. I just want to make sure. Oh no, I apologize. I want to make sure that I don't want to miss nothing. Okay, so I have a little bit more. I'm sorry. I thought it was almost done. Okay. Yeah, so now y'all know of just a little bit, just a little bit, like I said, just a little pinch of the little bit of what, um, just a little pinch of what of, of my trauma. Long story short, without saying the story, that's a little bit of my trauma, childhood trauma. And this is the causes. I didn't think there was any causes, but this is what this Mayo Clinic says is the cause of narcissism and the narcissistic personality disorder. Causes. It is not known what causes narcissistic personality disorder. Well, that's what it says. Anyway. I'm sorry, guys. Um, the cause is likely complex. Narcissistic personality disorder may be linked to environment, parent-child relationships. Huh. What did I say? What did I just say a few minutes ago, guys? Parent-child relationships with either too much adoration or too much criticism that don't match the child's actual experiences and achievements. I think it is too, but I'm just telling you what this Mayo Clinic. I mean, I'm just, I'm just out for awareness. I'm not saying I believe everything on the internet. I'm just kind of putting this out here for kind of like telling you what this says, because, like I said, I didn't even know this was actually considered a mental health, and where my page is mainly about more than likely the about 75% or 80% mental health. So that's why I wanted to talk about it. And then I want to talk about them uh, crazy bitches. So, anyway, genetics. It says genetics. I've never, like I said, it kind of blows my mind. My mind's kind of blown. I've never thought in a million years. Genetics. Inherited characteristics such as certain personality traits. Um, Neurobiology, the connection between the brain and behavior and thinking. Wow. Like, okay, whatever. Risk factors. Although the cause of narcissistic personality disorder isn't known, some researchers think that overprotective or neglectful parenting. Bullshit. That is bullshit. Anyway, may have an impact on children who are born with the tendency to develop this disorder. That's bullshit because, like I said, my my sperm donor, my grandmother was a damn good woman, and she never neglected ever. So that's bullshit. That's just me though. That's bullshit. But anyway, may have an impact on children who are born with a tendency to develop the disorder. Genetics and other factors also may play a role in the developmental of narcissistic personality disorder. Hi, hippie grandma. It's all right, honey. I started late. Um, I started late because Dolly was on, and I wanted to respect him because he was on, and I know that y'all know that I'm a little streamer, and I didn't want to kind of overlap, and we just wanted to be respectful of him because I know most of y'all and respectful of you guys because I know most of y'all watch him, and like I said, he's bigger than he's bigger than me. than I am. So I give y'all a chance to stay over there and chill with him, and then y'all came over with me. So you know, just trying to be respectful of you guys too. So y'all could chill with both of us. You know. Anyway, this is the complications, and I know there is a shit pot full of complications with somebody being a narcissist or having this narcissistic personality or whatever the hell it's called, disorder, whatever. Um, I'm sorry, Juju, honey. Complications of narcissistic personality disorder and other conditions that along with uh, can occur along with it. Can Lord, I can't even talk tonight. I apologize, guys. And other conditions that can occur along with it includes, which what we, most of us. Yes, Deanna, I can see your comments. That for some reason my chat is going by real fast, so I don't know. That's the first comment I have seen for you, honey. I don't know. I haven't seen a lot because my comments are going by real fast for some reason. I don't know how you set it up to go slow or whatever, but I can see what you just put. Can anyone see my comments? And this is the complications, which most of us already know, but I'm gonna go over them anyway. Relationship difficulties, which all most of them know. Most of us know about this. Problems at work or school, depression and anxiety. Um, Under that depression and anxiety, I think they need to put PTSD underneath there and trauma. That's just me though. Other personality disorders, I myself suffer with borderline personality disorder, which they say is a part of PTSD, which I don't know if I've went over that yet, but I might go over that one week, which they said it is part of, um, it is hand in hand with PTSD. You're fine, Karen, honey. I'll still be here. It is hand in hand with PTSD. It is not, it is not bipolar, but it's sort of kind of like it, but not really. It's kind of like a cousin or something. I don't know. But depression and anxiety, like I said, PTSD also needs to be there in the sink. An eating disorder called anorexic, I think also bulimia should be underneath there as well because it is also an eating disorder, and a lot of people suffer with that as well. Physical health problems, drug or alcohol misuse, suicidal thoughts or behaviors. Prevention, because the cause of narcissistic personality disorder is unknown. There's no known way to prevent the condition, but it may help to get treatment as soon as possible for childhood mental health problems. Participate in family therapy to learn healthy ways to communicate or to cope with conflicts or emotional distress. Attending parenting classes and seek guidance from a therapist or a social worker if needed. And that is the end of the page. Let me see. Yeah, ain't that some crazy shit, guys? Try to re-comment, Deanna, honey. I don't know. Like I said, it's slowing down now, but like it was like really like it was speeding by, and I was trying to make sure that I didn't miss nobody. Trying to say hi to everybody for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what in the world's going on. All right. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that's the info on that. Is that not crazy? That is craziness. It just blows my mind.
Nano, Nano,
What, James, honey?
Ando.
But yeah, like I was saying that I have suffered. I mean, like I said, James, honey, go sit down. Um, I don't know if y'all heard or not, but thank you, Kennedy, honey. Hold on, let me put this up here. And there, if anybody needs any help, that is the is that I think that is what is that is that the suicide number? Is that what that is? Oh shit! Sorry guys. I think that is the suicide hotline, or if you need help, mental health. But yeah, honestly, like I was, I have childhood trauma, and like I said, long story short, um, my that is the phone number for anybody that is suffering with PTSD. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna leave that up for just a second or two, to give somebody a chance to write it down. If anybody suffers with PTSD, um, there's a phone number up on my screen, and you can call and get any kind of help that you might need. And there's also a website right there. This is a suicide. Hold on just a second. See this chat going too crazy. This is a suicide number. If y'all need any help, get that up on the screen. But long story short, my counselor, um, suicide and crisis help 24/7. Text or call 988. Uh, this is a substance abuse and mental health support 24/7. If anybody needs any help or any of these numbers, that's why I'm putting them up on the screen. You're more than welcome. That's what I'm doing this for. You need any help at all. I have childhood trauma. I suffered with PTSD as a child, or childhood trauma, and as an adult. I have adult trauma and childhood trauma. And the childhood trauma, like I was saying before, is due to um, my piece of shit donor being a narcissist, basically, an evil person. And here's another one. Are you feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or lonely? Depression? Anything like that? And you're afraid to get any help? Honey, please go sit down and be quiet. And you're afraid to get any help? And you're scared or anything like that? Most people have a phone or can get a hold of a phone. You need somebody to talk to that you're afraid, because sometimes it's hard to talk about it. That somebody that you know. There's a number right there for support. It's somebody you don't even know. And I'll sit there and listen to you and get you the help that you need. Right there on the screen. It's right there if you need any help. It's 24/7, 365 days a year. Right there is the number on the screen. It's 614-276-2273. Call it for any reason, even if you just need somebody to vent for. I'm sure they'll understand. You need somebody to talk to. I don't know what kind of help they offer, but I'm sure if you need help, that emotional support, anything, you just call that number on the screen. Thank you guys for sharing. I'm gonna make sure that all the numbers are on there. Thank you guys for sharing those for me, and hopefully, if anybody needs them numbers, and I did not get, I think that I got them all, but if I didn't, they will be in my my chat beside the video, just in case. Like I said, I'm trying to leave them on there for a few minutes, just in case if somebody needed them. Okay, so I don't know how to. Thank you so much, guys, for the 35 likes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it more than y'all know. I do not know how to pull. I do not know how to pull Um. Okay. So how do I pull? Do I copy and paste? Sorry, guys. Does anybody know how to do this? Because I don't know where Rebel went. Do I copy and paste the StreamYard thing right here and then pin it to the? How do I do this crap? Somebody help me. Is that what I do? Do I copy and paste this right here at the top of my screen and then pull it over? Um, hold on, wait a minute. I'll figure it out. Maybe. Mm. Hey Juju, how do you do this shit to get people up on your screen? To get people up on my screen? Thank you, Penny. Maybe. Oh, okay.
Copy,
Okay.
copy that.
I'll figure it out. Sorry, guys. I put the wrong one on there. My bad.
Copy.
Copy.
Go
Okay.
over here,
And then,
paste, arrow. Go right here to the three arrow, pin the top.
ah,
Now get rid of that over there.
okay, guys. Hold on. Okay, guys. If y'all want to come up here and talk about this and those crazy evil bitches, James, honey, please go sit down. Two at a time, please, because like I said, I'm still learning and it's been too much. Love you. Um, then just two at a time if y'all don't care. That way, it's not too overwhelming for me until I get used to it. Because Rebel and everybody else could do a couple, several at once, but I'm still learning. So I see you, Miss Penny, and I see somebody with a bald head that's got a real flag shirt on. I don't know who that is. Hi, Penny.
Hi, Miss Becca.
Hi, darling. How are you? I don't know who that
Uh,
is.
oh my God. What the heck? If I knowed he was going to be here, I
Oh,
would have
hush.
skipped the whole doggone show.
Oh, hush. Bring
I,
somebody else up, honey. I'm just here to watch.
yeah, right.
Babe,
James is crazy.
Hi, Babbo.
hey,
Babbo, I love
Hey,
you.
Rebo.
I love you. Hi,
Uh-oh.
Penny.
Go shut the door, Tyler.
Hmm.
It's right behind your daddy.
Becca,
Man.
What?
for somebody else done, I bring them up. I'll just sit over here to the
There
side.
ain't nobody down there. Miss Penny was the very first one. She beat you to it.
Yeah, I did the minute you posted the link. I was here.
Already clicked.
Little old man.
I was sitting back there. I was like, is she ever going to look in the back chat?
I don't know
Come
how to go
on.
to the back chat. Oh, private. Is it private chat? Is the back
Well,
chat?
you know what I'm saying. In the back room.
Down at the bottom where you see us and bring us up.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I don't know.
That's what I call the back chat. Sorry.
Thank you, Karen, honey. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Say thank you.
I hate word correction on your stupid phones.
Really?
Yeah, what do you think about this, Miss Penny? It throws me. I had no idea.
Uh-huh.
Like it kills me because
Um,
I honestly think those two evil bitches are thanks.
I know, Becca, but in my opinion, honey, you're getting overwhelmed and overstressed over something that you have no control over, and it's not good for you. It's not. It's really, really messing you up, and you just have to step away from the situation for a little bit, stop thinking about it, and just think of positive things and happier things. Just know that their day's coming,
James, stop it.
and just know that baby Quentin don't have to ever suffer at their hands ever again.
It just bothers me though, because I mean,
I know.
they just need to. It's just wrong because I like just and then Zipperhead. Oh Lord,
Yeah, and that's another thing. I don't even go and yeah, I don't go there. I'm subscribed to three channels: yours, your husband's,
and
and
dog
Jimmy's, and
and that's
that's it.
Daddy.
I don't go to none of the other ones because it's like, dude, I'm 60 years old. I can't handle that stress. I got enough personal stress of my own. I don't need YouTube stress too.
right. You're like, hey, I, I just, me and Rebel's the same way. Well, he's a little bit more vocal than I am, and typically, which I know y'all going sure wrong crazy last night, but y'all and he did, and his computer was messed up, but y'all know he goes live typically 90% of the time every single day.
Yeah.
So when he's not live every single day, y'all are like, is he sick? What's wrong? Y'all got to get your fix in. You
Oh
know,
yeah. I was having rebel withdrawals.
go sit down. But so you're like, what in the world? And y'all know I go live at least once a week, and if it's twice a week, y'all know something's really messing with me. Like y'all know Becca goes at least once a week, and if it's twice a week, something has really got Becca pissed off, or something
Well,
really pulled that heart that she's got to go live. You know what I mean?
I was gonna message Kimmy or Dumpling and ask them if they had heard anything, but then I was like, no, I'm not bothering them. I'm not bothering them. This is my break that I'm gonna take, and I mean, it's the holidays. Not everybody, I mean, is invested in this case as we are.
I got
And
you, honey. Give me just a few minutes, sweetie.
Hey, Batbo.
I mean, I've even talked to my daughter about this case. I've let her know what's been going on, and she says,
Yeah.
well, are you getting enough sleep, Mom? She started getting worried about me.
So you're only working
Right.
one day.
And I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'm taking my time. If I need a break, I'll leave. But yeah, that's why I was late getting here. I was on the phone with her. I was like, oh my
Uh,
God.
you're good.
Hey,
Well, no, you're good.
baby, you got somebody backstage.
Yeah, I told her. I,
Okay.
I told her. Give me just a few minutes, sweetie. I told her. I didn't want her leaving it hanging.
But yeah, Becca, I just wanted to say, please, whatever you do, just try not to let it bother you so much. I know it's very upsetting. God knows I know it's very upsetting. I'm right there, 150% right with you, sister. And it upsets my soul to know what that evil thing, I don't even want to call her a woman, did to that baby. And yeah, it just, yeah.
Jenny Dumpling said, "Don't ever feel like you can't bother us."
Well, I know I can,
I love you, Kenny.
but
Hey, Batbo.
I mean, they all got kids and I'm here by myself. So
You're
I'm like, nah,
on
I'm
me.
just going to let them have their kid time and I mean, You know what I'm saying? They got families they live with. I'm by myself.
Well, hey, well, you
So,
can discuss anytime with them, you know.
well, I'm not by, I live by myself, and believe me, I love it that way. God knows I love it that way because, yeah, um, yeah, my family's kind of crazy in a good way. I love them. But you know what I'm saying? We all got our crazies in our family. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, yeah, I just didn't want to bother anybody. I was
Hey,
like,
Father, don't you say that. We love you.
well, thank you. I love y'all too. I
You
told
know you're part of
Rebel,
our family. You know that.
well, I told Rebel that
I'm trying to
I
touch it.
swear he reminds me so much of my brother. Oh my gosh.
Hi, Penny.
Hi, baby.
Hey,
Well, you know we go and say
That is
talk to
so
y'all all the
sweet.
time.
I
Hi,
just
Penny.
love your kids. I do, I swear. I love it that they can interact with y'all
Oh,
while you're on live stream.
they're not shy at all. They'll talk to anybody once they get used
Well,
to
that's fine. They ain't got to shut up.
it. You hear them, hi, Penny.
I don't got no grandbabies, so, it's like I had my fur baby here today, babysitting him for a while.
Hi, Brittany.
Hey,
What's up, Brittany?
Just
hey.
don't worry about it. It just kills me because I told Tim or Rebel or I told him I said it absolutely killed me. I said I think that they could be narcissistic people because I think personally in my heart because I dealt with it like I said growing up like I dealt with that shit as a child from my donor because that's I, long story
Yeah,
short, I don't call him my dad because he's not. But anyway,
He's a
long story
piece of shit.
short, yes, he is a piece of shit. But I think evil people like them. That's why I wanted to tag them in it because, like, a lot of YouTubers just say, "Well, you don't tag them, so you don't really want to talk about them." Well, this is my stream, but I wanted to make sure, because it bothered me a couple of days ago when I talked about it, right? So I wanted to make sure, this is Mental Health Saturday, and I always talk about mental health. So I was like, well, I didn't even know that narcissistic was the mental health. And I was like, so I was talking to Rebel about it, and I was like, I wonder if it is. And he was like, well, I don't know, we'll search it. And so I researched, and I was like, what the hell? I didn't even know that it was. And I was like, well, that's my topic for tonight. So I wanted to make sure that I tagged them in it just in case so people would say, well, she was talking about mental health and she mentioned their names. And I don't really give a shit, but that way I didn't want them, people saying, well, she was talking about them too, but she didn't hashtag it. Well, you know how people are. They like to run their damn mouths, and I really don't give a shit. But I want, like I told Tim, I'm a little guy, but I do want mine, like, I eventually want to get out there, but I want, my awareness out there. So if I have to, unfortunately, if I have to hashtag certain, I'm not trying to use it. I'm, Rebel, do you know what I'm trying to say without saying? Do y'all know what I'm trying to say without saying like I'm
She
trying
don't
to
want
use?
to mention her name on her channel.
I'm not
right.
use them, but I'm trying. I want it. I want it, awareness out there to tell them, hey, these people are fucking evil. And they're not good people. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Without, and I'm not using their name to get famous because, like I said, if it takes me a year to get, paid for my show or whatever it's called, I can't never pronounce it correctly.
I
Rebel
just
knows what I'm
call it a
talking about.
channel.
But if it takes me a year to get it, then that's a year that I have for the awareness to actually try to put good towards
Yeah.
people. Try to help people. You know what I mean? So
Right.
what I'm trying to say is I think that they are evil people. Like, that little precious angel was out there, and it just kills me because you still see it. You still see it, and you're still going to hear about it because he still hasn't fully justice. And it just still bothers me. You know,
I know, honey.
any little, my little grandbaby, he's 6, he's tiny, he's
I
6,
know.
guy, and so it just bothers me, and that was my very first true crime that I watched with Rebel, and me and him was talking about it, and I was like, man, that little baby, and so that was kind of like I guess you could say that was my first true crime that kind of like smacked me in the face because I didn't know a whole lot about true crime, like about the baby situation. I heard about Summer Wells, but actually like full blown hearing about true crime. You know what I mean? Like full blown discussion and into it.
Right.
Until the Quentin Simon, the little baby Quentin. So I was like, oh God. So it actually just kind of eat at me more, and like my heart's more open to his case than anybody's. And I'm not saying nothing bad about nobody else's, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like it's more pulling my heartstrings because his case was the first one I heard the most about. You know what
'Cause
I mean?
you're a mama and you're a good person. That's why. And you got a good soul.
Yeah. So that's why I mean I wasn't using them all. I hate to put their name on it, but I was trying to get it out there that they are bad people, and some people like Zipperhead saying Billy Ho is a good person.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's why I was trying to get because I was sitting there. It popped in my head, and I was like, I bet you people like just the way like if you watch all the shit and you read all the shit, it's like they're actually evil people, and I think it just popped in my head because I hate that because I went through pure hell as a kid, and I'm like it kind of triggered me like I think they're like narcissistic people because they're high up here and they did something so fucking evil. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
almost like their actions and some of the things they said, especially with, because I mean, I have PTSD, so I kind of know a little bit of where you're coming from. And it's not necessarily like a flashback, but it kind of like makes you don't relate to Leilani and Billy Joe, but the things they say and they do and their actions relates to the person in your life that was a narcissist in a way. So it's kind of like a light bulb. It goes off in your head, and like you notice that where some other people in the world may not notice that because they haven't experienced the same type of abuse or trauma. And so you can relate to what Quentin went through.
right, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I hate to even put this
Exactly.
out there. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to bring awareness out because of him, not because of I'm
And
saying. Trying to help. Like, not. It's hard to explain. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm
you're
trying to
trying to bring awareness
kind of like what he like kind of like his
out
voice,
there.
like what he went through. We don't fully
Exactly.
know what he went through, but just what we heard what he went through. You know what I mean? And the pictures we seen he went through. You know,
Exactly. Because
like
we don't.
voiceless type of like some people say. I don't want to say their sayings, but you know what I'm trying to say because he's no longer with us to kind of help him. Or other angels out there that have are going through it. You know.
Right. Because it's we're we may be talking about Quentin, but we are very aware that there's other families out there like this, and that there's other kids that are at this very moment going through
Right.
some of the same things that Quentin went through. Unfortunately, Quentin, we didn't know until as a community, unfortunately, we don't find out sometimes things until it's too late.
Right.
But Ben's this has been brought up again and brought to light again. We want to you're not doing it to clout chase or to try to get people to come to your channel because you're talking about them. You're wanting to bring awareness because we've got to figure out how to we're not going to fully stop it, but we've got to figure out how to help these children and how to prevent this. I mean, and even if it is to help the grown-ups in that situation learn and see that they're not alone and that, get help so you don't, like for me, I've had to break these past 2 years, I've worked a lot on myself, and I've had to break so many patterns so that way it's not repeated to the next family member, to the next family member after me. Like, I want to put a stop to all of that in the past that's gone on in my family, and like we're not doing that no more. And and it's hard, but we want to bring awareness so people know that they're not alone. That we may not all deal with the same exact thing, but we're all dealing with this similar things, and a lot of people don't know or don't have people to come and talk to it about. So it's like you just want to bring awareness so that way other kids out there know that they're not alone.
Right. And that's why I mean, that's why I was trying to say, like, I hate to even, I'm just trying, justice for all the babies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that situation has just kind of just pulled my heartstrings, and it's just those they're very evil people, and and I'm not saying like I'm just using them as examples, I guess you could say, without
Right.
using them as examples, with the situation that he went through, and I hated that he had to go through that, and it just kills me,
And it's a way in my eyes because we know Quentin now. Unfortunately, we didn't know him until now.
Right.
But it's like we all love Quentin so much that we want something good to come out of this. We want to turn this around to try to prevent this from happening again.
What I want to come out of this is to see that fucking bitch go to the electric chair.
Well, yeah. I mean,
same shit happened to him that happened to her and the grandmother.
I wouldn't be against them. I wouldn't be against them going back to the courthouse steps with that one, but that's my opinion.
Hey, you're good. You're good, girl. Like I said,
You're
fine.
I would rock a dress just to go to the penitentiary where that bitch is.
Well, I was looking behind Becca, back there behind the flag and the guns. I was like, is that Rebel's hair hanging back there?
No, that's blue. Mine's hanging in here. That's my daughter.
Well, maybe Trinity will let you borrow.
I like mine better.
She's a demon. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not, like I said, it's just me. But I mean, honestly, I don't know. And it just is, I talk about mental health, and that's my strong, that's my feel for my channel, or so whatever it's called. And so, and like I talk about a little bit of everything. But what's up, Ghost Devil? But I'm just trying to, any kind of awareness I could do for mental health, for the children, for missing adults, for just anything. I want to be a good cause. I don't want to be, like some of these people, Zipperhead, that want that, do it for, they think they're doing something good, but they're really in all reality not doing anything good. You know what I'm trying to say? I want to be good, like, good for people. Like I pulled up all them numbers. I want to help people. And if it means, like you were just saying, there's all around the world, and not and just in the United States, all around the world, there's children going through, unfortunately, going through something bad. So if we can help, any kind of child, one child, five children, if we can help anybody, I'm willing to help anybody if I can. So this, I just, as an example, truly as an example. But I just think that, narcissists are evil people. And I myself suffer with trauma due to a narcissist parent. And well,
Yeah, same.
my mother is a wonderful woman. Wonderful woman. So let's
She
just
didn't.
put it
She
that way.
didn't like me when we first got together, though.
My mama is a beautiful soul.
She is.
Wonderful woman. To
She
put
is.
up with the shit she put up with. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good dad, and my mom went through, stuff of her own as a child, but once her and my dad separated, the guy she got with is very narcissistic, very controlling. She lost all her friends. When I was a little kid, I can remember our family coming down, and um, they would stay at our house, and I'd have all my distant cousins and all of us around. But after the divorce and after she got with him, I didn't see nobody. It was like he isolated her away from everybody so he could have control. And then whenever I was getting more attention than him and he wasn't center of attention, then me and him would get into it. And then my mom would end up sending me to my grandma's so that way it would keep the peace in her house. Instead of, picking her child over me, he had manipulated, I guess I was too young at that time, but now that I've educated myself on it and I've went to counseling and, done my journal and done my work on myself, it starts to like drop the veil to where I can actually see things. And I just feel like he still to this day has so much control over my mom that it's ridiculous. And this is the first year at 33 years old that I have decided to take a stand for myself and tell my mom I'm not coming to Christmas. I'm not going to be around him. Not
James,
even for Christmas.
Good for you, girl. You deserve
And
it.
I had to tell my brother, which I've not ever really, my brother lived with my dad and I had to live with mom. But my brother was old enough to choose where he wanted to live. And I was still in elementary school when they got divorced. So that's the reason. But I had to finally tell him, hey, just to let you know, I'm not going to mom's. And I just flat out told him that, you didn't have to live with him. I had to live with him, which I'm not mad at my brother for that. But I was like, you didn't have to live with him. I said I went through years of mental and physical, and I didn't tell him about the other touchy-feely stuff because I'm just not ready to have that talk with my big brother. But I told him, I was like, I just went through years of the abuse, and I was like, I'm no longer going to keep the peace for my mother. I said, I'm no longer going to put myself in situations that set my mental health back to keep the peace for my mother when only thing she has to do is to get out of the situation that she's in, which I know could be hard for people when they've been in that type of relationship for years. It's not, I understand.
My
But-
mama was married almost 30 years to my sperm donor. That's a long time.
Right. And I think it's like with me looking at it from the outside view, I think she's built like a codependency with her narcissist.
Right.
And
she
so
don't want nothing else.
for her, it's like, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to start over. And I think my mom, like, she's in her late 50s and she's like, I don't want to start over like I did when me and your dad separated. And, we've, they've had the house or the trailer, they remodeled it. They built buildings and garages on the property. And she's just afraid that once she hands him divorce papers, that he's going to, basically, she knows, and we all know that once she hands him divorce papers, that he is going to, not maybe necessarily, but I've got it pictured in my head, him just taking a sledgehammer to everything. And being like, well, if it's like a situation, well, if I can't have this, then you're not going to have it either. And he's just going to tear everything up.
Right.
And, and that's just the way it is. I mean, and I don't know if all narcissists are abusive physically, but it was just with him, that's what it was. It was verbally and physically. If he, as a teenager watching TV, if your parent tells you to do something, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to jump up that very second once they put the period on the sentence.
Right.
You're going to finish watching.
It was the same way. You're not like, right.
Well, her dad's not physical or anything like that. He's mental.
Well,
He's
it's
a
like
mental abuser.
with my stepdad, like he could tell me, and we lived in a trailer, so the living room and kitchen's kind of like one thing. But like, so yes, technically I could see the TV from the kitchen sink. But as a teenager, and plus I was a little bratty too, like you're not my dad, but I was finishing watching what I was watching. I heard, I acknowledged that he wanted me to do dishes. I'm like, okay, well, when this show goes off, I'm gonna get up and do dishes. In my head, I'm thinking that should be fine. I'm not doing them.
Right.
But with like, he literally that day walked away, went to the bathroom, come back in there, and because I had not got off the couch and stopped watching whatever it was I was watching and started doing those dishes, it was just instantly right here in my face. Blood, veins
I
popping out in his head, spit flying out, just from 0 to 10 like that.
Like 2.5 seconds.
And it's like, as a child, you don't have time to prepare for that. So now it's like, I'm very empathic. I walk into a room and I figure everything out. Like I can
like
feel
you're walking on eggshells when you're younger. Like you're afraid to, like, you don't know what you're going to do the next second because you're afraid to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's still to this day, like my mother works. He's never held down a job because if it's not his way, it's the wrong way. And if the boss comes and says, hey, here at this company, we do it this way. And well, Daryl don't do well with that. My stepdad, he don't do well with that. It's like when it comes to authority and people telling him what to do and him having to be bossed around, he don't do well with that. So he just,
as the old saying goes, it's his way or the highway,
Yeah. And so he ends up getting into it with the bosses and losing his job or quitting. So he's never held down a job,
right.
And my mom has, since their relationship, she's always been the one working. And I've seen my mom go and work a factory and then come home and she's still cooking Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner, whatever holiday it is. And then here he is helicoptering over her, telling her everything she's doing wrong. And I'm like, she shouldn't even be having to do any of this because she's the provider. And it's like every holiday can't be about the family. Before the dinner's over with, it's been made about him. It's like he has to be center of attention of all holidays. And it literally ruins every holiday because me and my brother are coming to be with my mother.
Right.
He's just there. And it's like we're trying to spend time with mom and we're trying to, kind of put her mom on a pedestal because, she's the one providing, she's the one doing everything. And we know that she don't get that from him. So we try to, come and help her and do all this stuff. And he can't stand it.
Yeah,
and then with the
attention.
Right. And then he's turned my mom somewhat into a manipulator. Like, for instance, like I smoke and it helps me with my anxiety and my depression. And some days when I don't have appetite, I can take 2 hits and be like, all right, I'm about to eat this whole cabinet. But, and it does help me. But like, for instance, I keep telling mom over and over, and I've done it for months. I'm not coming. Well, just last night, she said, well, I haven't had a chance to tell him you're not coming to Christmas. And like the tone she's using with me is like a very manipulative, feel bad, try to make me feel bad because I'm not coming.
Like it's all about, it's kind of like, and Rebel knows that I deal with this shit. I don't deal with it anymore, but I dealt with this shit all the time. And he knows they bring shit up just to make, it's got to be all about them. Like one time, for example, like this was years ago. It's our twins' papa. He bought them diapers or something. I mean, they was babies. Just it's their papa. Just to bring them diapers, just to help us out. And we didn't even ask. You just bought them diapers and wipes.
Right.
Well, you remember that time I brought them diapers and wipes? Would you remember the time that I didn't even fucking ask you? Like he brings shit up in the past just to make himself feel good.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like,
and
it's like, I told mom, I'm not coming. And she's like, well, he had some really good stuff. He was really excited to get to share with you. And I just flat out told mom, I was like, Mom, I said, I can get all different types of smoke. I said, I can get it in all different types of forms. I said, if I wanted that specific kind, I'd go get it. I don't need to come and put myself through something for my narcissistic abuser to smoke with me.
Yep.
Like that's like, and then I got off the phone and I just looked at my old man. I was like, how dare her try to bribe me? And I don't think of marijuana as a drug, but just saying, like, how dare her try to bribe me like that?
Right. Right.
Like
Guilt
that's not
trip.
right.
Trying to guilt trip you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You use yours as like a medication to help you, like
Right.
daily or to eat or for your anxiety. You know, yours is more like a medication.
Mhm.
You know,
And
to help.
he smokes like like me and you smoke a pack of cigarettes. That's how he smokes weed.
Oh,
It's
a
like
lot.
if he doesn't, and if he does not have it, then like it's just World War III at the house.
It's hell to pay, pretty much.
Mhm. And my
Lord
mom don't
knows.
smoke, but my mom like, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a time when I did make a little extra money off of it's a little vindictive.
Right.
But you know, my mom would come to me and she's like, "Well, it's dry and he can't find any, and it's just hell at the house. And can you help me?" And because I still hadn't cut that umbilical cord and was still trying to, you know, be there for my mom, I would. And then I would just be like, I would, at first, you know, I would just charge more than what I paid for it. So that way, you know, I help myself too. But
Right.
then when I found out that I'm like, well, he's not even paying for this, you're paying for this, and you're not even smoking. So you're having to come out here and you're having to work your butt off at a factory and stand 8 to 12 hours on your feet at a factory. And then you're having to struggle to pay your bills and to do all this. And then plus you're paying for him to go fishing and you're paying for his smoke. And I'm just like, I don't get it.
Oh,
Right.
hell no. Mm-mm.
You know, it's just like, I don't understand it. I'm like, how can you be with a grown man who spends his money on fishing and smoke and whatever he wants to, but he's not helping you pay the bills or to do anything? And then she's like, and I don't care if he keeps the house clean. Well, does he want a damn cookie? You're there all day.
Oh my God, he sounds so much like someone in my family I know. I swear how Brittany just described keeping the house clean or spending his money that he makes on what he wants. And then when he ain't got it, if my sister don't, whoops, I let the cat out of the bag. But anyhow, yeah,
We need to hear that.
yeah.
Like I said, I'm a little channel. Don't worry about it, girl. You're good.
If she don't have any extra money and throw it his way for when he's out, all hell breaks loose. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I said, aren't you tired of fucking living this way?
Mm-hmm.
I said, you've already had 2 ex-husbands that were the first one was so abusive. He kidnapped her ass, took her down the hollers of Kentucky. And I swear to God, my niece was 18 months old and she started calling me mama. That's how long her mama was gone. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. But he was a straight up alcoholic. And yeah, I guess after I found out that he did do drugs, but I thought he was just an alcoholic. But yeah.
The hollers here in Kentucky have changed a lot within from when I was little to me being an adult now. Like, I used to run around in the hollers and on the ridge and all of that around here, and that's where I spent a lot of my childhood. And then I moved a couple of counties over, and I really think it was maybe like 3 or 4 years, and I had went back to visit some people, and I'm just like, wow, like everything's ran down, and everybody's on drugs. Like, what happened?
Right.
Yeah, see,
You
this
know?
was like 35 years ago. So this, yeah, 35 years ago this happened. Yeah.
I grew up riding horses and things, and my dad, you know, he always taught me about smells. And he's like, if you smell this, or if he's like, if you see an abandoned car or you see anything like that up in the woods, don't don't approach it, don't do anything or whatever. And he said, and even as a kid, some kids are sheltered, but my dad explained things to me because he didn't want me to be in a situation and be so sheltered that I didn't know how to handle that situation. And, he told me, he's like, if you and the girls are out riding horses, because as teenagers, we would come home from school and we would just settle up and take off. We didn't have adults with us. We were just riding in the woods beside the house. But he told us, he's like, if you see a car, don't approach it, don't do anything, because it could be a meth lab in that car, abandoned in the woods, and y'all could, mess with it and then blow yourselves up. And, my dad and my stepmom, they explained drugs to me and told me things once I got to that party stage. And they explained, this is what these things do. And then they also explained that they're different from when they were my age and to when I was that age then. And so they explained it. It wasn't like my parents were doing drugs or anything with me. My parents weren't on drugs, but they grew up in the 70s, so they knew. And they had also experienced things in the 70s, and they just explained everything to me because they didn't want me to be in a situation to where I got, they wanted me to know what things looked like, what it smelled like, and what things were. So if I was ever at a party, I would know. And I would know to be like, step away and be like, no. And I don't know. I've always been self-aware of a lot of things because I was told about it.
Right.
What's
And
up,
then
Bobby?
her
How are
second
you?
husband was abusive. He turned out to be, well, I can't really call him a drunk because he worked his ass off like 6 days a week, and he drank what, 1.5, like a whole day and part of the night after he got off, like on a Saturday, he would
Right.
drink that Saturday night, and then Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he worked. So, I mean, it wasn't like he wasn't a breadwinner.
Right.
But then after he lost that job after 14 years, due to a stupid, innocent mistake, all hell broke loose and he turned to, yeah, like you said, meth, because it was brought into the neighborhood where we lived.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, life wasn't so grand anymore. Yeah.
I hate to cut this short. I'm getting ready to get these youngins in the bed.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to also send you something on Facebook that is, well, I mean, you read it too, but I figured Rebel, he'll go live and he'll talk about the veterans and stuff. I'll send you the news article because I watched Survivor, and the winner of Survivor, Mike Gabler, I could be butchering his last name. He won the $1 million, and he's pledged to donate his whole winnings to the veterans.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
He's a brain surgeon, or not a brain surgeon, a heart surgeon, and so he doesn't need the money because he's like one of those really, really well-off doctors. But so he doesn't need the money. So he's gonna, he's gonna donate it to the veterans to help with their mental health. So it's kind of like for you and for Rebel because it hits on the mental health and the veterans all in one. So I'm going to send that to you so Rebel can read it and maybe give him something to talk about too.
Yeah, that will be awesome. That will be so good. That will help a lot.
Yeah,
Well, y'all have a good night. And, thank you guys for coming up on panel. Yeah, you have a good night, Brittany. And thank you, Miss Penny, honey. Y'all have a good night.
You're welcome.
Good night, everybody. Good night, kiddos. Sweet dreams.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Kick me out, Becca.
Okay, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. And
Appreciate it.
James, I need to go in there.
Thank you very much.
Y'all hear baby James. But yeah, y'all have a good night. Thank you guys so much for coming in here, and to my new people and my new subscribers. If y'all haven't subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe and hit the bell so y'all can be and hit the like button. See here, baby James, hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell so y'all know when I come back on live, and y'all can hear my my crazy talks again, and I appreciate you all for coming in and supporting me. I have 39 likes. Yay, thank you guys. And I have 129 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, I'm just a little streamer right now. I'm just starting out. I'm still learning. But Becca's Crazy Crew. That's exactly right. I don't know how you change my name, but that's probably when I figure out how to do that. I like it. I appreciate it. 130. Well, mine says 129. But thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good night. Again, if any of y'all need any help, I pulled up the phone numbers up there. But if any of y'all need any help, I'm here for each and every one of y'all. If y'all are having any issues or anything like that, please, 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 please get help. What y'all are suffering with, or what y'all are going through, is not a joke. It is actually legitly something is wrong, and I'm not saying it, to be saying it. Please get help, please, because it is serious. There's people commit suicide on a daily, so please get help if you can. And I hope that this was able to help some people tonight. And Daddy, Tony, please be quiet. I'm sorry, guys. But I'm hoping that I was able to help some people tonight and get awareness out. And y'all just have a good night. And I will see y'all next week for Christmas Eve. And maybe in the middle of next week. You never know. But hopefully it will be Christmas Eve special, and I have no idea what we're going to talk about. We might just be in here shooting a shit. You just never know. But yeah, I appreciate y'all so much, and virtual hugs. I love you, each and every one of y'all. Like I said, thank you all, my new subscribers. Thank you for coming in and listening to me and supporting me, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all all have a good night, and thank you so much. Much love. Thank you. Thank you again, and y'all have a good night.